All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MLM Monday, episode 57. Awesome. It's great to be here with each and every single one of you today. Just got back from, I got my lanyard here. We'll scroll back here. Just got back from our client bank accounts convention. Had some awesome conversations. It's always really fun to go into a place and have a community of folks being reborn into a new season for their business with platforms and tools and systems that create a lot more hope for people inside of the space. And so one of the things I wanted to share today is a really powerful concept that'll help you in growing your teams and having workable relationships with challenging people. And then we're going to go into a series of videos over the next few weeks as we review different pieces of technology and best case uses for that. So you're going to want to jump into our series coming up here on the show. You're going to see a lot of really neat stuff that each and every single one of you are going to love. So let's jump right into the topic here this morning. For those of you that are just checking out the show, if you're watching live, comment in, hey, I'm watching live. If you're watching on a recording, go ahead and type in watching on recording and where you're joining us from. It's a perfect piece just to connect on today. So what is the belief you need to get the most from your team and have workable relationships with challenging people? And this is a really fun topic. We were having this as a discussion about, hey, getting the most from people who are growing, right, and helping them. And then we realized in this discussion that this actually helps you have workable relationships with challenging people as well. And so what this is it's a really cool posture of how you interact with people, whether they're your team members that work on your staff at your corporate direct selling company, or whether they are independent representatives that are promoting your company, or whether they are vendors that you work with or choose to work with. What is the belief you have to get the most from team members and have a workable relationship with challenging people? Well, the belief that, and what I call it, and what you'll get in this concept, is that God's not done with them yet, is what I say. What that means is that there's hope for that person to grow. What it means is that every single person, whether they're one of your staff members, or whether they're an independent rep for your company, or whether they're a vendor you're working with, know that that person's a human and they have a choice today to operate at a new level, to be reborn, they have a choice today to play at a different level, right, in their business. They have a choice today to grow. They have a choice today to be a graceful person, right? So know that in our world, if you're working with a team member and there's not growing, right, or if you're working with somebody in your staff and it's just a challenging relationship, it's easy to get cynical. It's easy to decide, oh yeah, that's just how they are. They'll always be that way. But if you truly have a heart for developing people, whether they're your staff or your independent promoters or the vendors that you're in relationship with as you're growing a business, if you come at it with the belief that, hey, anybody can change, right? And anybody has the opportunity to be a better person tomorrow, right? Not judging by their past, but what they can do. It allows you to interact with people in a different way, right? If you believe that anybody can choose today to be reborn in a new way, right? And that they can grow more, and that they can actually show up as a more graceful person in our world. If you believe that they can, then you have hope for other people. And it's always, people talk about wishing the best for others, right? I always hope the best for others, right? Like I truly hope that I'm saying, man, this person's on a journey and they're just growing, right? And man, I'm excited for who they're becoming, right? And I think about that all the time with my own staff, with my own partners, with my own clients, with the people that we interact with at these seminars and conventions. When we're getting an opportunity to speak on stage and connect with them and hearing their questions and their feedback and everything else, is knowing that each person is on a journey. And so if you can look at each person that you interact with in life as, hey, that's just a person on their journey, right? Instead of, oh, that's just how they are, right? Do you feel the difference between that? If you see someone as a person on their journey, there's hope for a future. where you see a person and you say, oh, that's just how they are. That's cynical. That's saying, hey, they're just stuck in whoever they are in the past and they'll never change, right? Well, that's not true because you changed, right? You weren't always the person you are today. Different things happened in your life that allowed you to become who you are. Different things happened in your life, different decisions you made allowed you to interact the way you do, and that's what allowed you to be successful today. Now, in our last few episodes here of MLM Monday have been a lot about belief structures and the why behind different systems and everything else. And I think these are really important concepts for folks to get, because if you're coming into the marketplace, you will experience resistance. Okay, when you're coming into the marketplace, you're going to have to break through different things that pop up to win. And so you have to come in with an attitude that's going to allow you to succeed. And so one of the things that I hope that can be an encouragement to you, that I share with our clients all the times and others as you interact with different people just from all walks of life, is to be focused on not becoming cynical, right? Because if you become a cynical person, you miss out on the hope and the transformation that's happening in other people's lives. You cut those conversations short because you don't give them room to expand, right? And so I hope that this is an encouragement to you. I had a different topic prepared for today. We were going to get into some technical pieces of technical technology and start talking about that. But I wanted to open up the episode with right here talking about the belief that you need to get the most from your team and how to have workable relationships with challenging people. So why does that mean it's a workable relationship with challenging people? Well, if you believe people can change, if you have hope, right, that they're not done yet with who they are as a person, that they can be better, they can be more, instead of you judging them and becoming cynical and leaving the conversation, you can at least throw down an encouragement about who they're becoming. You can say, hey, it sounds like you're going through a challenging time, right? When you're interacting with a challenging person, say, hey, it sounds like you're going through a challenging time, but know that every day doesn't have to be like today, right? You could be an encouragement to them instead. These are some of the pieces that I hope you get, because not every day will be perfect in your world, right? You're going to interact with tons of different people from tons of different walks of life. And a bit of that belief about what you have about others is going to be everything. When I first started in direct sales and network marketing, there was this concept they used to teach us called the success triangle. It was from a gentleman named Jerry Clark. Jerry, if you're on Facebook watching a replay, loved your CDs decades ago as a young kid digging into your material. And one thing that he said that helps everyone with relationships as they're growing their businesses, he called it the success triangle. And he said here, he said, hey, 80% of your success in business and interacting with others is your belief about yourself. He was saying 15% is your belief about others and 5% is your technical knowledge, right? So that you can have that conversation. And so it's important for you to understand, as you interact with other people, to have some grace there for who they're becoming in the space, whether they're an independent representative that's growing their life or going on a new adventure, building your direct selling company, or whether they're a staff member you have. It really helps if you think of each person as someone who has the opportunity to grow and to be a new person as you're interacting with them on the team. Because now you get to play a role in that. You get to be a part of that future as they interact with you. And that's something very, very special. Because when you think about it, at the end of everything that we do, of the money we make, the products we move, the things we sell, I personally still to this day feel that the most rewarding thing in direct sales at the end of the day is the transformation we see in families' lives, right? People who may have not known a certain life or a certain way of being was possible for themselves that is now, right? They're able to live a special life that they weren't able to live before all of this hard work and things we've created for them in the space. So this is just another belief episode for you. Next week, we are going to be jumping into some technical pieces. We're going to be talking about some of the actual tools in the space, why they're important, what you should do about it, what you should think about when implementing them at your company. We're going to have some fun discussions around that. Thank you so much for joining us for MLM Monday today. I wish each and every single one of you all the best. Have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.